Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the Daily Office Lectionary. And today I thought we'd take a look at the lesson that's assigned from St. Matthew's Gospel, the 12th chapter, beginning at the first verse. At that time, Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were an hungered and began to pick the ears of corn and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day. But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did when he was an hungered, and they that were with him? How he entered into the house of God, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests? Or have ye not read the law, how on the Sabbath day the priests of the temple profane the Sabbath, and are blameless? But I say unto you, that in this place is one greater than the temple. And if ye had known what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, ye would not have condemned the guiltless. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. And when he was departed thence, he went into their synagogue, and behold, there was a man which had his hand withered, and they asked him, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days? That they might accuse him. And he said unto them, What man shall there be among you who shall have one sheep, and if it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold of it and lift it out? How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days. Then saith he to the man, Stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it forth, and it was restored whole, like as the other. Okay, so we've gotten a lot of this Sabbath talk, haven't we? Yesterday, on Sunday, in which we had a wonderful reception for Harriet Motley, and thank you for everybody who pitched in to make that a possibility. But yesterday, we had both at the Holy Communion service, the story of a man with the dropsy who Jesus heals on the Sabbath day, as well as at evening prayer, another opportunity to heal a woman on the Sabbath day who had been bound by Satan for 18 years and was all hunched over from it. And now again today, here's another opportunity for healing on the Sabbath day. What's the obsession with the Sabbath day? Well, first of all, it is one of the commandments, thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath day. The problem is that the Sabbath day, the idea of the Sabbath day is a day of rest, but what it became was a way in which the authorities, religious authorities, were beating people with it. That yes, you should keep a Sabbath day. Yes, you should have a day of recreation. Yes, you should have a day where you honor the Lord your God, not only by resting from the normal routine of everyday life, but by spending extra time in prayer, extra time in study, extra time in looking in his word and worshiping with his holy people, right? That's how we keep holy the Sabbath day. And when we say God rested, the opportunity is to rest. But it's, as Jesus says here in today's lesson, that there's never bad for us to do an opportunity to glorify God. And to glorify God with something positive like healing somebody is not work, but it's joy, right? It's a great opportunity. That's very different than saying I'm going to go pour a cement driveway, or I'm going to go and do something of manual labor, which I do 6 other days of the week as well, right? The idea is for you to have a break in that routine in order to concentrate on the glory of God and to try to glorify him in your life, as well as to be recreated, right? The word recreation means recreation, to be made new and to be renewed, to glorify God. And as Jesus says, right, he is the Lord of the Sabbath. Last night at evening prayer, we heard him say that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, right? So man needs to glorify God. Man needs a day of rest and recreation. God doesn't need it. Man needs it. But we cannot be beaten with it in order for us to be not have the opportunity to glorify God through healing or through other ways in which we can share the good news of God in Jesus Christ. So today's Monday, so 4 o'clock evening prayer, back on the schedule. But more importantly than that, we also have Holy Communion at 12:15, right? And the opportunity to receive Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. And both of those services will not only be available in person, which is the only way you can receive the sacrament, but online at the places that you're watching this particular meditation. And I do hope that you can join us either or both ways. And may God bless you with a Monday that is full of his blessings.